here. I'm a little 2 minutes late. Yeah, ready? I see YTC's here and Brian. I'm doing good. Ready to do the show. Not a game with Cat. Hello, hello. Well, try and wait for my boys, my panel to get in. My friends come in. Here's Brian. Here's the special team coach, Brian.
Hey, Corey.
Hello, how you doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on.
I hope you have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow as well.
You too. And all the way from New York City, New York is YTC in the
What's going
place to
down,
be.
Corey? What's
Hey, how
going
you
on,
doing?
Brian?
Hey, YTC. Same thing. Hope you have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Likewise to both of you gentlemen. Yeah.
Hope you have Thanksgiving too.
Yep.
And who is this? This is John J.
Yep.
No, wait a minute, this is Michael Distress.
It's me. It's me, Chicago Sports Talk.
Chicago Sports.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not coming in here with anything graphic. Don't worry. I saw you being cautious there.
Yeah. How y'all doing?
Depressed.
His team needed depression. The frog came out before my frog came.
Oh, this frog has been coming for the last 15 years, my dude.
That frog was me last year, but yeah. That frog was me.
Yeah. Let me see. So I went 10 out of 5 last week.
Oh, 11. 10 for 5? I went 11-3.
I went 8-6. I didn't have the best record, but I'm above 500.
Yeah. Well, it's one of my best weeks this week, so I got a lot of upsets this week from what I've seen. A lot of upsets this week. For week 12.
Trying to wait for you, John J. and David coming in. I don't know.
Yeah.
David said he'd be here live.
I'm 4 wins. Well, yeah, I'm 3 wins away from 100 wins so far in the season. I'm at 97. I tracked all my wins, so yeah. I'm at 97 at this point of year.
Yeah, I gotta go back and count everything up. That'll be fun.
That's what all my videos are for. Yeah, I'm a 97 and I'm something record. I forgot to update it from the Monday night game.
Also, there's a massive change. Quarterback on the Jets. I'm not sure if anybody heard about that. They're starting.
Yeah, Wilson got benched. They're starting McWay. Yeah, I heard. Mm-hmm.
That shit crazy though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, come on, Mr. David Manu, where are you?
I don't see him in the chat.
I'm not seeing him or John, but yeah.
Niner Sickness is having a pretty big channel right now, and
He's
Wolf Cash
probably
is over there, and I see David over there, but David will probably jump in later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your wife right there, right? Fire.
Yeah, that's my wife. Sometimes I'm lucky enough to get to watch, listen to streams with her, and she'll jump in the chat. We were on Mariah's show the other night, and this was really cool. She's never won before. If you guys have been on Mariah's channel, she'll do like a raffle, a giveaway, and she'll give a player card away, a 49er card. And 49er minded one. He's a YouTuber. And then my wife, she won. And then later, I was like, well, we usually listen to the show on the TV or something, and one of us will have our phone on so we could chat. And I was like, well, I'm going to jump in the chat too. So I said hello, and then I threw out my number. So me and my wife both won the other night. It was really cool.
That's funny.
And
I once won a Panorama radio off a raffle. That's the only time I won a raffle.
Yeah, I won a couple times on Mariah. And then there's a 49er YouTube channel called East Coast Red and Gold. And just recently, I've been listening to them, and I've won a T-shirt off of their show just recently, and I won a residency hat off of them. And it's the George Kittle workout hat, the Pearl podcast hat that he features. And I was like, whoa, you guys don't have to send me that just because I'm listening to your guys' show or anything, but it was really cool. So I wore that the other day with my Kittle jersey, and we won. So I'm going to call that good luck.
Joining us right now, named David Manu.
Oh, the brothel leader. What's up, David?
What's up, man? What are you guys doing?
What's up, David?
Chilling.
Have a nice Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Watching everybody go live, it's like everyone's trying to get one in before Thanksgiving. And can't because they're with their families.
Yeah. My family are out of town this week, so it's just going to be me and my sister. That's it.
Okay, so David, how you do last week?
Last week?
Yeah.
2, 3 losses.
3 losses.
Me and David had a good week, so yeah.
11-3.
And my own team cost me, but yeah, one of those losses.
Yeah, your team cost me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do. I picked the Giants.
Yeah, the Titans cost me, and also the what else?
The Vikings.
The Vikings. No, I took the Cowboys. I took the Cowboys on that one.
I took my losses are the Broncos, the Vikings, and the Giants. So those are my losses.
Oh yeah, the Broncos. Yeah, there you go. There you go. The Broncos. There you go.
My loss.
Yeah, that was my third loss.
My losses was Chicago, Giants, Denver, and Minnesota.
Oh.
Mine was Green Bay, Chicago, New England. Mine was the Giants. Mine was Minnesota, Pittsburgh. Other than that, I did pretty good. Just like half of them I lost, but I'm okay.
Yeah. Well, I should have listened to Michael. Because Michael did come on and say, oh, we're going to lose.
Dude, I knew we were gonna lose, but
Yeah, I took the Falcons. I knew they were losing. I took the Falcons too.
I said, oh, man, Michael, you gave.
well,
Atlanta.
I have no faith in my team this week. I'll tell you that much because it's Trevor Siemian. I'm like, Trevor Siemian gives us no hope.
What is he? What he's playing?
No, that's everyone's leaning towards Trevor Siemian.
Oh my god! I thought he's gonna play, but whatever. I thought he's playing.
Well, I can't confirm or deny because Justin Fields was limited today in practice.
I still think he'll play, but whatever. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, what up, people?
week 12. Buffalo at Detroit.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
This time they'll come crashing down. Detroit.
Like typical.
Bryant,
I'm gonna say Buffalo.
David,
I'm definitely going with the Bills on this one.
Yeah. Detroit, they don't do good on Thanksgiving for some reason, so yeah.
I'm going Buffalo too.
All right. That was easy and routine.
Yeah, John Jay must be live, huh?
Probably.
Oh, your team, New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys.
You already know I smell upset this week. We had one random trap game and a blind squirrel finding in that type of game. This is the game we bounce back. Giants.
What about you, Michael?
I see this game go either way, but White C's right. I'm taking his Giants in an upset. For whatever the reason, the Cowboys find themselves to get embarrassed on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they always find a way to choke. Hey, listen, Vegas, the people that run the casinos, those sports books and stuff like that, they're not going to have all the favorites win on Thanksgiving. That's why I took a lot of upsets this week. And one of the upsets was the Giants because they took us at plus 9.5. For sure, there's going to be a lot of upsets that ruin a lot of parlays this week, and the Giants were the highest probability of ruining that, so I'm taking the Giants.
Bryant,
Giants.
David,
David?
David,
Did he fall asleep? Did he fall asleep
We're
again?
going. So,
He's a little groggy.
well, I was looking up some history of the Cowboys on Thanksgiving before I made my choice because I haven't made my choice.
Shouldn't be.
I'm gonna go with the Giants. I think the Cowboys let it all hang out last week, and it's a short week Thursday game, guys. Come on, so.
This is the type of game Dallas normally loses. What can go wrong will go wrong. This is the type of game. This is the most Cowboy thing ever.
I guess I'm going to be the only one. I'm going to go with the Cowboys, even though I hate the Cowboys. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I hope you guys do
All right.
Cowboy, but
No problem. Yeah, I understand. The majority of people are picking the Cowboys anyways, so.
They're home and it's okay. Next game is New England at Minnesota.
New England, Minnesota?
Yep.
I smell an upset, another upset. New England. I don't trust primetime Kirk. And that Patriots defense is playing lights out.
This game can go either.
It can go either way.
Yeah, it could go either way because if you look at the matchups, I think the Vikings overall have the better team going in, if we can all agree on that.
Yeah, they do.
But this is primetime Kirk, and we all know when it's on the spotlight, Kirk Cousins is known to struggle. Even when he won against my team, against the Bears, he didn't look impressive. So I'm going to have to take the Patriots in this one.
Mm-hmm. It's primetime Kirk, so yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go New England, and this is something that it's my opinion, but does it seem like to you guys, does New England play down or up to their opponent? It's like when they play a certain type of football, and it's like they either keep the game really close or they have to keep scoring with the other team. And I just see this, if the Vikings do end up scoring with them, I see, the Patriots being competitive with them, or the Patriots coming in and just shutting them down, keeping it like it was like last week. But I feel New England really has a good chance going in there. Kurt doesn't play good on primetime. You guys are very correct.
Yes, and it's Belichick we're talking about. It's Belichick.
I'll find a way to shut him down. Take away Jefferson, so yeah.
David?
I am going with the Patriots because I think it's time for the Vikings to have a letdown so we can get that number 2 seed.
Well, I guess I'm gonna be the opposite one again.
Oh, the White Queen, sorry.
I'm going with the Vikings. I guess I'm gonna be the odd man out.
This is the time to get in Las Vegas.
Okay, now we're through with Thursday. Sunday, Tampa Bay at Cleveland.
Tampa Bay and Cleveland, give me Tampa Bay. They're finally finding their stride in the offense. They're running the ball efficiently. They're coming fresh off a bye. I think they should be able to get this one.
Which game is it again?
Tampa Bay and Cleveland. I
I'll
took
take
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
They're finally finding their stride. The Browns are all god awful this year. You already know. They're finally getting a rhythm in the run game.
Bryant.
Tampa Bay. I think they're starting to click, and I think by the time they have to play us, it's going to be a really big game.
It is, yeah.
David.
I am going with the Bucks. The Browns are just the Browns.
And I'm going with the Bucks too, so we all Bucks. Okay, the next game is Cincinnati Bengals at Tennessee.
Give me the Titans. They're going to be able to control the clock and shut down Burrow, and they're going to want a receipt for what happened in that AFC divisional round. I took the Titans.
This is kind of a 50-50 matchup for me, but I did hear that Jamar Chase is indeed returning, so I'm going to go with. I think. Where is it in?
I think it's in Tennessee or Cincinnati. Oh yeah, Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee. That defense has been. Yeah, I think they should finally find their stride against a weak defensive line in Cleveland, not Cincinnati.
I think I'm gonna go with the upset and pick the Bengals.
All right.
Right.
I'm going to take Cincinnati. I think it's a 50-50 game too, but I think Cincinnati's playing really good. I think Joe Burrow I think Joe Burrow's the better quarterback out of the two teams, so I'm going Cincinnati.
David.
The Titans at home and the Bengals still have a trash O line. I'm going with the Titans.
Mm-hmm. Me and David, yeah.
Okay. Me.
They're gonna flags.
I'm going.
Okay, but you guys remember the Bengals made it to the Super Bowl with that same offensive line.
Yeah, some way, somehow.
They just won, huh?
I'm going with Cincinnati.
All right.
That's one of those better to be lucky than good type of things.
Okay, the next game is Houston Texans at Miami.
Houston and Miami?
Yep.
Miami. Simple.
Miami.
Yeah.
Is that even
Houston's god awful.
And they're starting Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen? The Texans?
Yes.
Oh, he went. So that Washington reject went to there?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, jagging off. Send an awkward silence group chat that Kyle Allen is starting.
Okay, Brian.
I think Houston can keep it competitive, but I don't think they're going to win. I think it would be Miami. But I'd like to see Houston win.
Yeah, I guess.
Houston just plays really tough against their opponents. They're not, they're not scrubs. They're just not winning.
I'm going with Dolphins on this one because number one, they're at home. Number two, it's the Houston Texans, and number three, I don't want them to come to San Francisco after losing a game.
Oh, you guys play them next week. I'm doing that game. I think after Washington, yeah.
I'm Miami too.
Yeah, I'm doing that game next week. I'll see what happens then.
Okay, next game is your team, Michael. Chicago at New York Jets.
Before we make this pick, I just want to let this to be a reminder, just in case if David doesn't know because he just came in. The Jets are starting Mike White.
What about Joe Flacco?
I don't know.
I still took the Jets on this one, but I'm probably going to regret it because the coin toss. If you heard about the coin toss myth on Instagram.
So Justin Fields, what's wrong with his shoulder? Is it separated?
Well, I've been following the injury because it's my team. It's my job to report on the injuries. He was limited today in practice as a day-to-day. Eberflus said that he's not going into IR, so there's a chance he plays. There's a chance he doesn't. There are a lot of Bears individuals that are suggesting he doesn't play due to his injury, but I'm going to assume that they're going to play it safe and not start him, and I'm going to have to take the Jets, and that's only because I don't think we're scoring a lot of points with Trevor Siemian, and that's only because I think Justin Fields keeps us in the games, and with Trevor Siemian, I don't see how we're going to be competitive in this game offensive-wise. That's my thing.
I see what you mean.
Right.
Chicago versus the Jets. I'm going to go Jets.
David.
I'm going to go Jets, but if it was at Chicago, I would be picking a different team.
I still took on the Jets, so yeah. Would have took them.
I'm taking the Jets. I was going to take, but with Michael's information he just gave about Justin Fields, I'm not feeling comfortable with their backup. I don't know much about the backup.
Well, I did view his highlights before I came on here, and Trevor Siemian, he's not mobile. He's a statue in the pocket. I've seen
He was the Bronco quarterback, right?
Yeah, I've seen multiple Saints games because they were mostly on prime time. Trevor Siemian can get the ball out more quicker than Justin Fields, but can he extend the plays? Can he give a chance to the Bears to win the game? No, because if he was, notice a trend when Jameis Winston went down and they somehow beat the Bucs with Tom Brady. They became winless after that. They benched Trevor Siemian for Taysom Hill. I'm sorry. I don't see why I should have faith in a guy that got benched for a gadget play quarterback. I don't see it.
All right.
Atlanta at Washington.
Oh, the other upset. Atlanta, they're going to be able to run the ball over Washington and control the game against them. It's not that hard to beat against Washington, even though I wouldn't underestimate Washington, but I still think they'll be able to pull it out. I'm taking Atlanta on an upset.
Michael?
I picked this upset last year, and I'm sticking with my upset from last year. I'm picking the Commies.
Brian?
I'm going to go Washington.
David?
I'm going with the Commies. Yep.
Me too. I'm going with Washington too.
All right, I'm the only one to pick Atlanta. Okay. Alrighty.
No, it's cool, bro. If you win, then you got it right, and we all got it wrong, right?
Yeah, I mean, I said this week I was picking a lot of upsets. This was one of them, along with the Giants and some other games that are coming up, possibly.
Well, I think it's a pretty 50-50 game. I just, the reason I'm going to Washington is Washington seems to be on fire right now, and Atlanta seems to be falling apart right now. So, but it could go 50-50, really.
Denver at Carolina.
It's the toilet bowl, guys.
Carolina and who?
Denver at Carolina.
Broncos at the Panthers. It's the toilet bowl, fellas.
The real one.
No,
Yeah,
I think
that's a real.
I think
No,
the
that's a real
real
toilet bowl.
I think the real toilet bowl was the Raiders and the Broncos.
That was last week, but this is another toilet bowl coming out.
It's an every week thing, Michael.
Oh yeah.
There's always a toilet bowl. Yeah, this part of you.
So
Before we do the pick'ems, I just want to remind everybody that Darnold is starting.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Either way, they're both trash.
So YTC, who you say you wanted?
Wait, what? Wait, who? Oh, the Broncos and Panthers. I took Broncos. Still don't trust Carolina, but I wouldn't be shocked if they won.
I'll take my CPG's Panthers.
Okay, Bryant.
Upset.
Yeah, I think this could go 50-50 too. I think Denver should win this game, but I'm going to go Carolina.
David.
I am going with the Broncos, although they seem to disappoint me a lot.
Yeah, too. Same thing. I'm going with the Broncos. You know, they do disappoint me. I just don't trust Carolina. Okay, Baltimore Ravens at Jacksonville.
This is kind of a trap game, in my opinion. This is kind of a trap game. So, but is it in Jacksonville?
Yes.
Oh, the Ravens and I could see the Ravens. This would be the most Raven thing to choke, but I'm still taking the Baltimore. But I wouldn't be shocked again. Once again, it's a lot of upsets that can happen this week.
I'm actually going with the trap game and taking Jacksonville.
Okay. Bryant.
Let's see. Jacksonville, Baltimore. It's going to be. I think Baltimore. I like Jacksonville. I think they could pull it out, but it's going to be Baltimore. Right now, it's getting too close to the playoffs. The real teams are going to start pulling out.
Okay. David.
Where we at here? We're at the Ravens versus the Jags.
Yep.
I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay.
No matter how much I want them to lose. So this guy I know makes $200, but you know.
I'm going with the Ravens too. LA Chargers at Arizona. YTC.
Wait, what?
LA Chargers.
Arizona and LA? Oh, I took Arizona as an upset. I still don't trust the Chargers. They don't have any weapons around. I still think they're going to want to bounce back at home. So I'll take Arizona on this one as another upset. I took upsets this week, like I said.
For me, I'm going to assume Colt McCoy is going to start, and I think the Chargers are going to want revenge after getting embarrassed on national television. So I'm going to, and I still don't trust Kingsbury, so I'm playing it safe and taking the Chargers.
Bryant.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Chargers.
David.
And the Chargers have been embarrassed twice on prime time the last 2 weeks. I'm picking the Chargers.
And I'm picking the Chargers too. Arizona. I don't know who they starting. Is it Colt McCoy or is it going to be Kyler Murray? And even though they did get embarrassed too from us, but I think they're right now, I just don't see it. Them beating the Chargers. And I think Chargers got a lot of their players back, getting a lot of receivers and come back. Okay, here we go. Las Vegas at Seattle.
I'm taking the. I'm
Seattle and.
I'll shut.
Las
Oh, I'm
Vegas.
taking. Oh no, I'm taking Seattle. Easy.
I'll take Seattle. I don't trust. I don't. I think Derek Carr for last week, but this week, I don't think he's gonna get it done.
Right.
Oh, I'd like to see the Raiders win. That'd help us out a whole lot. But it seems like Seattle's going to be a little bit more, I don't know, confident going into this game, or maybe, well, they're not confident because they just lost two. But I think Seattle's just a better team right now. I think even though Las Vegas is at home, well, Las Vegas, you can't. It's a game in Seattle.
It's the Raiders. I know it's in Seattle. Plus, it's the Raiders.
Yeah.
They've been stuck in home.
I don't think the Raiders are going to win this game. They might be able to keep it competitive. They actually might go past them and have the score, but I think Seattle will come in the end.
Yeah. I think it's go. Oh, David, I'm sorry. You next. David.
Well, so this is my trash bowl just because of the two teams involved,
Yeah, we got the toilet bowl and then the trash bowl.
and it's at Seattle, so
What's the
I'm going
Super
with
Bowl?
the Sea Chickens.
Well, if that's the case, where's the Super Bowl? There's levels to this.
how much I would love the Raiders to beat Seattle. I would love it because it would help us out more because it would make us stay on top of our division.
Mm-hmm.
But Seattle's fighting, have something to fight for than the Raiders. The Raiders are right now.
Yeah, they're about to be bounced out the next round. Yeah, they're getting bounced out in a couple of weeks out of playoff contention officially.
I'm going to go with Seattle, even though I hate it. It makes me want to go in Seattle. But and then I know everybody I don't want you to ask the question. The LA Rams at Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas City by 20. They're starting Bryce Perkins as their quarterback. It's over. They're about to get mollywopped.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's competitive because.
Oh, hell no. They don't
wait, hold on.
Bryce Perkins?
Just hear me out.
Hell no.
Just hear me out. It might be a slow start, and then it's gonna be Kansas City.
They're about to run the score up on them.
Yeah. I'm just saying. But we don't know what this quarterback is. But I'm not saying the Rams are going to win because I'm picking the Chiefs to win.
This is when you're going to see Rudy and those Rams fans come out with the bags on their heads.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if it's competitive for a quarter.
Keyword a quarter.
Right.
It's going to be Kansas City, but it would be a very Ram-like thing to do if they ended up winning. Like nobody's going to expect anybody in this game to show up. And if the Rams was to knock off Kansas City, yeah, we wouldn't hear the end of it. But I think it's going to be Kansas City. And then Stafford, he's not playing, right? That's what.
No, it's Bryce Perkins.
Yeah, so
Perkins.
And then Cooper Kupp, he's out. So I don't know if it would even be competitive in this game. If they were able to pull out an upset, again, that would be a very like Ram thing to happen. Like nobody expected them really to win the Super Bowl last year. Yeah. So I'm going to say Kansas City.
David.
So, I'm here. I was just listening. I was just listening to you guys. But so even with the Rams having Stafford or Kupp, I'm still taking the Chiefs because the Rams' offensive line is
Stafford's not
far
playing.
from good, and the Chiefs' defensive line is going to eat that offensive line alive. So it's the Chiefs.
And I'm taking KC too, Kansas City too. I can't can't even think the Rams will beat Kansas City. If it happened, I think I would have to just scream my loudest. Like, what? Okay, next game is our game. It's New Orleans Saints at San Francisco.
New Orleans Saints and San Francisco, easy Niners on this one. They're playing with a lot of momentum right now. They're pushing for that playoff spot. This should be competitive though, because a lot of Saints and New Orleans games are competitive, but the Niners will pull through.
This can be another trap game, but the 49ers always have that game where they lose to an opponent that they shouldn't lose to. Last year with the Cardinals with
Texans.
No, they beat the Texans, but
I thought, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I'm just saying the 49ers always have that game where they should beat the opponent, but they end up losing.
I mean, the majority of good teams have that opponent. We had it last week with Detroit, and you're right.
But I think the 49ers already had that game this year with my Bears.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm playing it safe and taking the 49ers.
Brian?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Niners, but it's just like you guys said. This could be one of those games that the Niners could end up shooting themselves in the foot because they go in overconfident. We have usually played the Saints. They're an old division rival. I know that doesn't mean anything after 20 years, but it does mean things to older fans. The rivalry is there for a lot of people. This is a game, going back into the playoffs, Alex Smith, even the last couple of years, 2019, we end up seeming to play really hard again. Yeah, 2011, Alex Smith, 2019, with Garoppolo. Everybody that, we end up playing these guys really tough, and it comes down to the wire. I know they don't have Breeze anymore, and so hopefully, the Niners can come in and win this game. But like you said, Michael, this could be a trap game if the Niners don't just go in there and handle business. But
you guys already had that game where you lost to the Bears, and you should have won that game. So
I don't really blame that game so much like we should have won it or shouldn't have won, because there was a certain point the weather did affect the factors of the game. The blown coverages, that was the deciding factor. But if that fourth quarter would have been rained on, I think the Niners could have came back on that game. But the game that I feel like we should have won that we lost is the Falcons game. We just, they smacked us in the mouth too fast. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say the Broncos. I'm like, dude, Russell Wilson owns you.
No, see, that's the whole thing. Russell owns. He does. The Niners. That was one of those games. I said the Niners could go 12-5, and we could lose to the Broncos. I'd love to beat them, but they just play us very tight. The Broncos in general, and then Russell Wilson. He knows the ins and outs of the Niners. So this is one of those games. He was in our head.
Well, on top of that, our offense couldn't do a thing.
They do have a good defense. The Broncos do have a good defense, but
couldn't do a thing, man. It was
not to mention
it was hard. It was hard to watch the game.
Not to mention that was the worst safety attempt by Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's the only he made NFL history that day. He's the only QB to ever do that. A lot of people are like, "Oh, what about this other guy?" He didn't step. He had a touchback.
He didn't throw a pick six. Safety.
Exactly.
He just ran out of bounds.
He didn't have a pick six negated by a safety. They're different.
Yeah. Ben Orlovsky was smiling that day.
Give Jimmy G credit. He's playing pretty good right now.
Finally, I'm free.
Hopefully, he keeps on that upward trend. Anyway, what game were we on?
49ers.
Oh, 49ers. And honestly, I think the Saints will put up a fight for a half.
For a half.
Yeah, I'm picking my Niners, but I am worried about the Saints. They got a good defense. So, but I'm hoping my Niners can play. We can make it 4 in a row, wins in a row,
Yep.
and also to keep up with Seattle. Um, Sunday night game, Green Bay at Philadelphia.
Great. I want to root for Green Bay, but sadly they're frauds this year. So Eagles on this one. Hopefully they pull an upset like they did with the Cowboys again.
So I want to make. Well, this is probably going to be probably a shocker, but I think the Packers are going to lean towards Jordan Love, and that's because not because Rodgers has been playing bad. It's because he's dealing with a broken thumb on his throwing hand. So even if it's Jordan Love or Aaron Rodgers, I'm still going to go with.
And also, one thing he wants to remind you: we're dead. No, I'll stop. That meme.
You saw that shit, bro.
Yeah, it was that meme. But yeah.
I still pick the Eagles either way.
Yeah.
Bryant.
I'm going to say Green Bay. I think this could be a game where Green Bay stands up and says, hey, we're still Green Bay. They're not completely out of it. They could still make the playoffs with their record, but they'd have to really win out. And everybody counted us out last year when we made our run. So I didn't know about Rodgers' broken thumb, but if they did put Love in, that's an intangible that the Philadelphia Eagles don't really know. And maybe he plays better with the wide receivers and that animosity or whatever isn't there. So maybe this is the moment where, Love comes in and takes over, and takes over the team. But either way, I think Green Bay still has a really good shot. They're not going to just lay down and let the Eagles blow them out. So it's a Sunday night game. They're going to both be competitive.
Mm-hmm. Hope you're right.
So I do too, because I'll just bring the Eagles down a little bit, and maybe the Niners can get that number 1 seed. I'm just saying.
No, I just don't. I just want them to be weakened. So when we play them 2 weeks from now, when I go to that game, Giants and Eagles. Yeah.
Hey, so this is the trap game, guys. This is a trap game for the Eagles.
Oh.
And I am, it's at Philadelphia. I wish it was at Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking. I'm still picking the Eagles. I'm picking the Eagles, but this is 100% a trap game.
I'd be more confident if this game was in Lambeau.
Oh, if it was at Lambeau, I would be picking the Packers because
Yeah, I'd be more confident.
Hello, Lord
the Monday night game is. Yeah, go ahead, Corey.
No, I was just saying hi to Lauren Lee and CG.
Oh, hey.
Hello there. Anyways, back to this thing.
Go ahead, David.
But yeah, I was gonna say the Monday night game's kind of the same thing. It's one of those. I'm spoiling it, but I picked the home team, and if it was flipped around, I would still pick the home team.
Yep. I'm going with the Eagles. And if I know Dina was in the chat, if she was on here, she'd be going.
Yes, you already know her answer.
She was at Green Bay. She said, I don't care. I'm not gonna ever.
Yeah, someone that's not a Giants or Cowboys or Washington fan that hates the Eagles. That's how bad it is. Think of the Raiders, but on steroids. But yeah, it's the Eagles.
Yep.
That's practically it.
So, Monday night football.
All right.
Pittsburgh at the Indianapolis Colts.
The mid bowl coming up. Anyways, Colts. Give me the Colts.
I'm actually taking the Steelers in this.
Okay.
But yeah, the mid bowl.
Yeah, I'm going to say Pittsburgh. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I like Indy too. They got a good chance. There's a couple 50-50 games. This one's another one of them for me. But I think Pittsburgh could pull an upset. If there really is an upset, because I think this game's really equal.
But yeah, the mid bowl for me. It's the battle of the mid.
David. Well, while we wait for a little bit for David to come in.
Well, hey, my overall prediction score for the game would be 42 points.
For what, that game?
Yeah, for the Pittsburgh-Indianapolis game. I don't think it's going to be high scoring.
Me neither. No, I expect that game to be 38 points, 21-17. I'm winning. It's low scoring.
Yeah, I was just trying to play it safe and just cut 22-20.
38 for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the Colts. Are we talking Monday night again?
Yep. The mid bowl.
Man.
A lot of these
This is one of those games that they should flex into Sunday midday and put who should be on
Monday
that?
night? They probably
Who
should put
should
the
be on
Cardinals on
Monday
Monday night. Probably Cardinals and Chargers? I don't know. I mean, the Cardinals played the last
Patriots Vikings? Patriots Vikings? No, that's on
been.
Thursday. That's on Thursday.
They should have flexed the Monday, to be honest.
I'm looking at the games going, I don't know which one I'd put on Monday.
Probably Atlanta and Washington, but nah.
Bengals Titans probably be the best matchup.
Yeah, Bengals and Titans would. Yeah, I agree. Bengals and Titans would be the best bet. Not gonna lie. Probably.
Yeah, but when it comes to points and these teams, I'm thinking 41.
All right.
And I honestly think I might be giving them some.
And I'm going with the Colts too. And I'm going to points. Total 47. 47 points. I'm sorry.
Oh, really? All right.
I'm going Colts 27. And then Pittsburgh 20.
All right. How's it going, CG?
Lauren, I'm with you. I'm doing good. Oh, we lost Michael.
Mr. Michael left.
Yeah.
That probably is bedtime right now. It's the East Coast for time for him.
Yeah.
Oh, Orange kid.
Yeah, it's my little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they're both happy. Oh, you guys want to hear something funny? I got the Madden game. And
You finally got it, and
well, I have a PS3 and I have like a 2014 game, and I'm like, every Madden game's the same thing, so I don't have to buy one, every year. I don't play video games all the time either. So my daughter, she's got a PS4, and the other day was her birthday, so we went and got her some games, and I said, hey, you want to get a football game? And she's like, okay. So we got a 2021 game, and she's been playing it with me, and she's beating me. It's bad. She's beating me, so I gotta start playing. I gotta start playing when she's not around or something, because she starts playing and she plays with Jimmy Garoppolo and she throws the Kittle, and she's so funny. She'll yell Kittle in the middle, and I'm like, oh my god.
Checkdowns, just checkdowns, I guess.
But yeah, she's doing really good, and I'm like, wow, you're playing better than I was when I was your age. So I'm really happy. I'm a proud dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me see. Anything? Let me see.
Is it confirmed? Is it confirmed? Is Odell going to be going to the Cowboys?
Hopefully not.
We've been making jokes, and this is over on YTC's channel, that whatever team wins, he's going to sign with.
Yeah, it's practically the winner of the Thursday night game, the sweepstakes for OBJ. That's what I'm seeing it is. It's the sweepstakes. That's what I feel is going to happen.
He'll either go to the Bills or he'll go to the Cowboys, or you think he's going back to the Giants?
One of the winner of the game. Hopefully, with the Giants win, he'll go back. Makes more sense for him to go back to New York. Unfinished business.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to how many targets he's going to get, he's going to be the man in New York.
Yeah, we have no receivers right now currently, so it's anybody's mantle to take over.
If he went back to New York, he'd make you guys contenders. I really think he'd.
Yeah,
make you
because
a true
exactly.
contender.
We just need a number one legit receiver. That's it, and then DJ will figure out the rest. That's all I'm confident in.
I keep on saying I'd like him to come to the Niners because I think he has better hands than any of our current players. I like CMC and Debo and Kittle, but out of all of those guys, maybe CMC, Debo's got the better hands than anybody on the Niners team. I mean, how many people in the NFL have better hands than OBJ right now?
Me.
Probably not that much.
OBJ might have like at least the top 5, top 10 best hands in the NFL. Defense, offense, anybody in the NFL who can catch the ball. OBJ is probably at least top 5 in my opinion.
Uh-oh. Okay, I got a lame popsicle stick joke. You guys ready?
Okay.
How did the Bell ask his girlfriend to get married?
How did the what?
How did the Bell ask his girlfriend to get married?
Ring.
He gave her a ring.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh, wow. Close enough.
So, like I said, lame popsicle joke.
Oh, those
Literally on a popsicle stick. I mean, literally.
Let me see. It was something that was on my mind. Oh, well, let me ask this question. Brian, are you going anywhere for Thanksgiving?
I'm going to go to my brother's house. It's here in town. I'm going to deep fry a turkey at my house, and then I'm going to take it to his house. And he has a Traeger, so he's going to smoke a turkey at his house. And my brothers are all going to show up. I got 3 brothers, a sister. My mom and dad will be there. My wife's uncle, my brother's girlfriend, fiance. She might have a couple family members over too. So it'll be a nice get together. We'll be watching some games and drinking a little bit and having fun.
Right. I mean, not right. David. YTC?
Well, I feel what we're gonna do is fucking I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, what I'm doing on Thanksgiving, it's just me and my sister, my parent, my folks are out of town right now, so it's just gonna be me and my sister doing it. So yeah, she's probably we're gonna get some random turkey and whatever, and just get some stuff in a gravy, all the extra stuff they have on Thanksgiving. So yeah, and then just watch some football, I guess.
David?
That's practically what I got going.
I'm going up my mom's house like early in the day to start cooking. The bummer is the turkey is still in her freezer. And I told her, and I'll give her a break. She's a 70-year-old woman, I'll give her a break.
Mm-hmm.
I told her, I called her Sunday night and I said, look, tomorrow afternoon at the latest, you got to put that thing in the fridge. Get it out of the freezer, put it in the fridge.
Do it now if that's the case, because you put it in, let it dry overnight. And then
that's the thing is, even if it's in the fridge overnight, it won't fully thaw out. Mm-hmm. So now I'm like, what am I going to do? I ended up having to go to like Honey Baked Ham. It's this local franchise where they bake like turkey, ham, and all that stuff, and ended up getting animals. And I like my cooking's better than that place, but turkey's turkey, I guess, and I'll just have to like take it out. She took it out like today, but it's still not going to be thawed. So Saturday I'll roll back over there and cook it. But it's all good. Like I said, I'll give her a break. She's she just forgot, poor thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
going to my nephew's house.
But yeah, don't be shocked if I do Thanksgiving stream. You hear a cameo from my sister. But yeah, she'll be around for my yeah.
I'm going to my nephew's house on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
He lives in Vallejo, so just cross the bridge. Um, and Lauren says, "Oh, that man a Snicker bar." What man? Which one of us you try to throw a Snicker bar
What's Snicker bar? Remember, you're not you when you're hungry. No, stop.
to?
Commercial.
Or what you talking about?
Snickers.
Throw that man a Snicker bar. Who you want to throw a Snicker bar to?
Snicker bar? An offensive line. And to our wide receivers to stop dropping the ball because they're not them when they're not hungry.
And Lauren Lee, what's your team? Who's your team?
Lauren Lee.
Um, anything? David, Brian, did you hear any news about the 49ers today? Oh, Brian.
Oh, Brian left. Yeah.
Well, I haven't. I did look and I didn't see anything. I'm just hoping we're a pillar of health for the rest of the year. That's all.
See, I'm wondering if Kinlaw and Air Armstead, I wonder if they're gonna play this Sunday.
I honestly, well, when it comes to Armstead, I don't know when he's coming back. Kinlaw, he couldn't make the flight because they were worried about the flight pressurizing his knee. And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there going, then what are we gonna do? Are we gonna deactivate him for every road game? Like, I mean, this is a problem, you know. And I mean, all that talent, you know, Kinlaw's got quite a bit of talent, man. But you know, to have a bad knee like that really sucks.
Yeah.
It would be great to have him back and fully healthy for, you know, the last half of the season, but I have my doubts. At this point, I'm saying shine. So, you know, Sue signed with the Eagles, so everyone's a bandwagon right now. And, you know, including him and who else went there? Robert Quinn got traded there. So like I said, the Eagles, that's a bandwagon thing right this second. And then you got Sheldon Richardson, though, is a free agent. He's 31 years old. And I honestly think he would plug right into our system and be pretty good.
Brian, did you hear any news about the 49ers?
I did not hear really anything about them other than, you know, them winning and coming back, and they're just really excited that they won. I haven't heard anything about what they're doing for Thanksgiving, any injuries. I know everybody on offense is supposed to be really healthy. They're really excited about Womack. You know, they're excited about Jimmy Ward. But other than that, I haven't heard anything. Heard a lot of people talking. People saying that Jimmy Ward's not, you know, happy playing where he's playing at. I don't really care if he's happy or not. The guy's getting paid money. You know, sit up. You know, suit up, go play. You know, there's other players right now. You know, if we think he's better at that position, that if the coaches say, "Hey, man, you're better than the other guys playing this position, even if you don't like doing it," you know, and it gets us to a Super Bowl, that's all that matters to me. I'm not for, you know, players throwing fits and stuff like that and saying I don't want to do this or that. I think the last game we seen Debo, I believe he's playing a little bit more aggressively. I think he's playing more confidence. I think the rumors might have gotten to him, or, you know, the words, you know, the talk about him being overweight and not playing with heart. And I'm not going to say he doesn't play with heart, but there's been a couple games earlier in the season too where we lost, and you could see him and Brandon Ayuk like looking up at the scoreboard, and just you can tell they're upset, and you know they're upset. But are they upset because they didn't perform well, or someone didn't perform well? And like, was it Jimmy or was it them? But this game, I was really happy with Debo. I didn't like that one throw that he missed the catch on. It hit his hands, and I'm one of those guys. It's like if the quarterback throws the ball and it hits your hands, there's no excuse. The quarterback did his job, so you have to do your job and catch the ball. It's like last game with Brandon Ayuk when he missed the catch in the end zone. Jimmy threw the ball to him and it hit his hands. He didn't catch it, and that's why I'm saying too. If we was to get like somebody like OBJ, anywhere you throw that ball to OBJ in his vicinity, he's going to reach out and catch it. He's going to reach behind his back and catch it. He's going to catch it between his legs. He's going to catch it. And if that means, like we have to have somebody like Jennings or somebody else sit down, then let's do it. Jennings is playing good, but at the beginning of the season, he wasn't playing good. So it just seems like right now the whole offense is really starting to click. And it's exciting because if they keep playing this way, then they got a good shot of going all the way. They really do. I don't know if the rumors are true or not, but everybody right now is starting to say that the team that nobody wants to play again is the 49ers.
Yeah.
And hey, that's great. That really is, because if nobody wants to play us, then that means they fear us. And sometimes when you're in someone's head, that's all you need to do to win.
Yep. I asked AZ this question. I say, do you think it's because why they like Arizona? They look like they were playing because they might been the attitude out there, and they didn't practice out there. They stayed at home and practice, and they wasn't just used to that. Their bodies wasn't ready. That game,
Mm-hmm.
or do y'all think Arizona just gave up?
Arizona probably gave up once they got down by multiple scores. They probably gave up. And because Cliff's a dumb head coach.
What do you think, David?
Hold on, I stepped away. What were we talking about?
I was, that Arizona they go up to the, go anywhere to go practice in a high attitude. Like they did.
So they did do something though. They did that. They put altitude masks on. But at the same time, you saw them in the second half, like I saw them in the second half, right? They looked winded. But they pretty much gave up at one point. I mean, they just gave up. Like the reverse. Uh-oh. Yeah, like the Debo reverse, right? So they reversed the wall. It was a fantastic play, though. I mean, the whole defense was moving to the left, and the play went to their right. So that was a good play design. But Debo is running up the sideline. Number 34 has a clear path, had a good line, and he just kind of slowed down so I don't know if he was winded or if he said, nah, I don't want none of that. I don't know which one it was. It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I'm not a small guy, but I'm not a big guy. I'm thick. But if I had Debo running straight at me, would I stand there in his way? Let me think about this for a minute. No.
Brian, what you think?
I think that the Cardinals really did seem to just give up at the end of the game. Like maybe even second half, like second quarter at the end, they started to give up. They didn't seem to. They knew that the Niners were we're just gonna win the game. And then we didn't stop scoring when we knew we had the game in our hands. We just kept going. So I think Kyler Murray, he gives up in playoff games. He did last year. I think right now the whole mentality of the Cardinals team is once they feel like we're not going to win, they just sit down or lay down basically. And yeah, everybody's making a good point. Do you want to tackle Kittle? Do you want to tackle Debo? No. Debo, Kittle, and Ayuk all scored because they didn't want to get tackled. They didn't want to get ran over. So, with our team coming out playing confident, playing aggressive, and being dominant, I don't see a team really wanting to play with us. I've heard rumors about the Cowboys wanting to play us in the playoffs. Yeah, if I was a Cowboy fan, I would be like, yeah, I want to beat the Niners in the playoffs, but I would be very nervous again. It's like I don't really want to see the Saints in the playoffs just because that's one of those teams that we've had bad experience with. It's one of those things like the Green Bay Packers. Okay, you're like, oh yeah, we beat them all the time. But sooner or later, they're going to beat us. But it's
Yeah.
like the Cowboys. It's like that rivalry. Yeah, there's that rivalry. So yeah, you want to beat your rival. But for people to say I want to play the Niners in the playoffs, I don't know about that. And I know Cowboys just had that big 40+ game, but I don't know. I think right now we have a lot of momentum going in, and I think as long as we just play confident, we're going to be doing fine. I'm really happy to see Jimmy playing the way he's playing, and honestly, I'd love to see the guy win a ring and walk away from our team. Just win it and walk away. Nobody will give him credit for winning it. Nobody's going to be like, oh yeah, he helped. They'll just be like, it was a defense, it was everybody else. But the team knows it, and the team knows it takes all of them to win. And when he's in there, they seem to play a lot better. So I really do. I'd like right now technically he's like the backup quarterback for our season. So if he wins the Super Bowl, this will be his third backup Super Bowl ring, and I just think that's funny.
I um I think it's some of it they gave up. And I think some of it was the attitude. They was tired. Their body wasn't used to it. They didn't do like what the Niners did. The Niners went to Colorado and practiced out there, and they knew how to rotate their players and in and out. We knew what to do, and looked like
Yeah, but
Arizona wasn't prepared for it. To
I,
me,
I agree. I agree too, but I think it does have something to do with their confidence level right now. Because last year they did give up against the Rams in the playoffs, and there was no elevation that they had to deal with in that game.
mm,
They just seem like once they start losing, they just give up. I don't think. I think personally, until they change their head coach and their starting quarterback, they're not going to change their culture there. And your quarterback wants to play video games. You're not winning.
yeah. Okay. Say that the 49ers made it to the playoffs. What team fear you the most to play in the playoffs?
I think the most competitive game or the most challenging game at this time would be like the Eagles. I think Cowboys would be a challenging game too. I think the Niners would probably take care of the Vikings. I don't see us having a problem with like the Bucks. Well, the Bucks, if they make it, then we might end up having to play them. But if they have to come to our stadium, I think we might beat them there. I think our biggest challenge would be Philly at this point.
David,
Huh?
I said if we made it to the
Well, my
playoffs.
computer's about to down. I'll holler at you guys later.
Oh, okay.
All
Well,
right.
we go to
Take it
All right,
YTC.
easy,
Lexi.
buddy.
Have
David,
a great turkey day.
See
YTC.
ya. Yeah.
YTC. Who in the playoff you fear? If your Giants made it into playoffs, who do you fear?
Minnesota and the Niners and Seattle. Those are my three teams.
Okay.
All right, I'm out. YTC
All right.
out. You guys
Thanks.
have a good
All right,
Happy
later,
Thanksgiving.
bro.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving there, YTC. When it comes down to it, I the team we have, the way we're playing, I don't really see a team that I fear. There's no team that strikes fear into me. It's still kind of early in the season. I mean, we're at mid-season. You never know. Four games from now that could change. But I mean, with how Minnesota just got mollywopped by the Cowboys at home, I mean that just proves that anyone can win at their house.
Yep.
I mean, you got the Eagles, and I still look at them like they're a huge question mark. Because, who have they beat? Who have they played, right? But, they're all NFL teams, though, let's be honest. Yeah, I don't really see a team that I am totally scared of. If we were in the AFC, I would say Kansas City and the Bills. I'd say those two teams, although the Bills haven't looked that good lately.
Yeah, mine's will be right now. I'm looking at Eagles and the Giants. Their defense, Eagles' defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
And Giants been playing pretty good. So them two teams. I'm Green Bay. I'm not scared of them. And Minnesota, no. I know we could beat them. Kirk Cousins knows.
And I mean, you bring up a good point about the Eagles. They do have a pretty good defense. But ours is, I think, equal, if not a little better. Their offense, I mean, you got Jalen Hurts, and he's not necessarily the best quarterback in the league, but he's not the worst. Does this sound familiar? Like Jimmy G, he's not the best, but he's not the worst.
Yeah.
They have weapons. We have weapons. Man. Oh, we actually compare to the Philadelphia Eagles, like a head-to-head matchup. That would be a good game. So now I'm crossing my fingers that they lose enough to the point where we get home field.
Yep.
Yeah, because I really don't want to go to Philadelphia and have to play like a snow game for the championship game. I'm not afraid of the weather, but I just don't, want to see the Niners have to do that. I'm really hoping they could get that second seed so we can get a bye. And well, there's no buys anymore, is there? It's only for the first
That's
seed.
only for the first seed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you're right, David. If we could get
but
first, that'd be
still,
great.
if you never know what's going to happen over the course of the season. The
Yep.
Eagles could falter a bit down the stretch. I mean, Jalen Hurts, he is an unproven quarterback, though. He's having an okay year, but he don't have like Jimmy G has a track record, and Jalen Hurts kind of doesn't. So, I mean, they do have, with Devontae Smith and is it AJ Brown? Then they traded for that guy from the Titans. It's AJ Brown, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
So they got a couple good wideouts. We got Debo and Ayuk. I think they have a good tight end, although I can't remember the guy's name. Hopkins? No, Hop. What the heck's his name? Oh, I can't remember the guy's name. They traded Zach Ertz because of him, though. But so they have a pretty good tight end. that that they got a couple good running backs. I don't think they're running backs compared to what we have. They have a good offensive line.
I think they still got our one guy that we got rid of.
Yeah, they got Trey Sermon sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
But then you look at their defense, freaking Robert Quinn, Fletcher Cox, and that they have a pretty good defensive line. In front seven, it's very similar to us. They have a couple good, defensive backs. Chew. Wow, I've been sneezing all day. But I mean, honestly, we might have a slight edge over them when it comes to defense, though, because we got guys like Jimmy Ward and Tayshawn Gibson. We have 3 safeties. Lenore is getting better as we go.
Mm-hmm.
The more he plays, the more confidence he's gaining, the better he's getting, which is going to be good for next year. Because Mosley, when Mosley got hurt, if we re-sign him, he's not going to be ready to start the season. So, he'll probably be ready 4 weeks into the season, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if we don't hurt ourselves, we can win the rest game. This after Miami, that's one's gonna be a hard one. I think that's gonna be a hard game right there for us because Miami coach know our system and we know theirs too. They run the same kind of system, and we're gonna be dealing with a mobile quarterback. You know how our defense is with mobile quarterbacks. So that game come Miami, it's gonna be hard for me to pick who's gonna win that game right now. Right now, I'm going like Niners, Miami. Oh, but it is in our home. So, what you think about the Miami game? 49 Miami game, Ryan?
I think the Miami game is going to be very hard. The Tampa Bay game is going to be hard, and the Seahawks game. Those are the 3 last tough games for us, I think.
Dude, you kidding? It's the NFC 49ers against the AFC 49ers. You know what I mean? When it comes to coaching systems, styles, when it comes to the teams, how they match up, when it comes to, and they have Tyreek Hill though, and that guy's an absolute, oh man, that guy's like a nail driven in your shoe, and you can't take your shoe off because the nail's all the way in your foot. That's the kind of pain that guy can be. So.
Yeah,
it sounds like that happened to me before, doesn't it? It didn't. Don't worry. But yeah, I mean that out of all their guys on the offense, Mostert, he is fast, but I don't fear him like I fear Tyreek Hill. Because Tyreek Hill can, he can run an excellent route. He can get himself in open space, and that's when he's a nightmare. The one thing we can hope for is that our pass rush does not give Tua time.
Yep. And that's what scares me because he's a mobile quarterback, and our defense don't play good with mobile quarterbacks. We just seen the can't.
Well, look what Mariota did to us, dude. He only passed for 123 yards, but he rushed for like 50 or 59, something like that. And I mean, mobile quarterbacks. I honestly think what we need to do, and the best thing for our defense to do right now, because Greenlaw, didn't Greenlaw get hurt last week, or did he come back?
He came back in. He
Okay,
he
so
did, he
that
did
might
go
not
off for a while. That probably was the attitude thing.
so that might not be bad. All right, I'll have to keep an eye on that. But I mean, either way, I want to see Jimmy Ward at linebacker. I want to see him playing box safety, is what we'll call it. You know, he can be the guy covering the tight end. You know, this is something Jimmy Ward would be good at, right?
Hmm.
And he can be the guy spying the quarterback.
Yeah. Um. So what you think, Brian?
Maybe he steps away for a second. But so the Buccaneers, buddy. I mean, here we are. We're talking. Oh, he did. He stepped away for a minute. But we're talking some sort of weeks down the road here. But Buccaneers are a team to keep an eye on because they could be starting to actually gain traction. Who the heck is this?
Um.
I don't know. I'm looking at IG. It said, we suggest this guy. This guy's following me. I don't even know who it is.
Mm.
Followed by Kels Chronicles. Huh.
Okay, Chronicle.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian coming back.
Those guys are all on. Like, Beto's got a stream going on right now, buddy.
Okay.
That's where Wolf is at. He's
Yeah,
literally in the stream.
yeah, they got like
But
six people.
they got the 49er Faithful podcast, Brandon. They got Beto. They got Rich. And his wife just got done cooking him food, so he's actually eating on the stream. That's kind of funny. They got Dion this week. Dion's over there. Niner Gang.
Mhm.
Niner Gang podcast, Dion. And then I don't ever recognize this dude.
Is his
There's
name
one
Rich
guy I
too?
don't know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I think his name's Rich. I'm not sure. I know Kelt's his name Rich, but I think the other guy's named Rich or Ryan. But I've seen him before too. He has a podcast too. He's like 49er fanatic or something like that.
Okay, that's it right there.
He's a good guy. But yeah, they're talking a whole lot. But no, what you were saying about Miami with Tyreek Hill, he's going to be hard to slow down, and Tua is mobile quarterback. Stop us, so give us a hard time. And I think the key for us for this game would be just trying to stop them from converting on third down. I know that's like every game, but that's what seemed to hurt us against Atlanta. Because every time we got him at third long, he went off and ran, and then they picked up the first down. So if we could stop him, or even if he runs, but we can just stop him from getting the first down, I think the Niners will be fine.
Yeah. Um. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah. I know I'm not gonna be able to go. I got because YouTube been y'all burnt y'all StreamYard been sending me notice saying you ain't going past your time. I said, oh no.
That's your time. I ain't got to work tomorrow. I scheduled Friday off, and boy, howdy. Like, I did this a long time ago. We got this calendar at work, and you can tell someone has a day off by just looking at it, right?
Hmm.
So my name was literally first on this list, and it has been on that list for months. I'm no dummy because my work has all kinds of strict rules, and I've learned to navigate and follow them to my advantage, right? So, and all kinds of people started looking at it this morning and was like, Dave has Friday off. So there was like a whole bunch of panic and chaos and mayhem, and I was looking at everybody like, well, y'all calm down, I'll be back Monday. Oh, it was
Yeah,
just funny.
I
I
was
had to
able to
run
take.
around and train a couple guys on like the machines. I do the facility maintenance, which I do not claim to be an electrician. That's one thing. I do not like playing with electricity. Okay. I've been shocked by 110 volt. It they're like 110-volt tickles, 240 will kill you, but it does not tickle. It hurts. Okay. I'm not going to lie. It hurts. But, yeah, so we had a compressor blow up on us, and we literally had to hook this one machine shop to the fabrication shop's compressor. So, I got all that done, and then I had to rip the one compressor out of the shop because it was heading to a compressor company for rebuild. And there's the electronics looking at me in the face. I'm going, oh man, I don't play with wires. You know?
Hmm.
But I went to I found the breakers. I shut the breakers off, so made sure there's. And as I was going though, I was doing one wire at a time, and I was capping the wire. Just because that one time I've been electrocuted, it's like this is not happening again. I am not messing around, right? But yeah, I got that thing out of the shop and marked all my wires just and where all they go, just so I know when it comes back, I can just throw everything back together. But yeah, today was just chaos and mayhem, and then I do all the finish work too because the QA person that comes and actually buys the parts off for our customer is very picky. So I do all the finish work to satisfy them, and I finished one, two, three, four, five. So I finished like 7 different jobs today, probably something like 300 something parts, right? On top of tearing that compressor out, and I had to show a couple of these other guys some of the maintenance items that need to be addressed while I'm gone, and it was just outright madness crazy. I was looking at the clock going, it's lunchtime. That's just how fast the time was going.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'm a building maintenance manager, and I've been shocked a couple times, and it's not fun. And you just best to just turn the power off and go one wire at a time. And I was
yeah,
able to take today off. I got Friday off, so I'm gonna enjoy the next couple of days off with my family. And once again, guys, thanks for having me on. And I hope both of you have a good Thanksgiving, and
You too.
look forward to talking to you guys soon. And hopefully we just dub this weekend. And
Yep.
you know, all right, guys, you guys have a great night.
You too. Yeah, I got shocked once when I was a teenager. I didn't realize my bike was sitting against an electrical outlet. I didn't realize it. So I wanted to pick my bike up. I said, oh, jeez. So I went back in the house and said, Daddy, I can't get my bike. He said, what's wrong? It's it electrocute me. It's got a lot of electricity coming through it. So he came out there and he looked. He said, oh, okay. So he went to the breakers and turned off that socket. I was still afraid to touch my bike. I was like, ugh. I waited for a while, and my dad said, here. And he picked it up, and it shocked him. So I said, okay. And today, while I was doing my dialysis, when I first got there, and he hooked me up to the machine yet, the electricity went out.
Yeah.
And so they said, if it don't come back on in an hour, we're going to be sending everybody home. It came on 30 minutes, came back on 30 minutes, and they hooked me up. But I still didn't get stayed the longest I was supposed to stay there. I was supposed to be there to 6:15, but it started, the machine or something started acting up, and so they said we ain't gonna stick you no more. So we're gonna take it out, and you go home. And they said if your arm start hurting, put some ice on it. Right now my arm feeling good. Well, Dave, I'm not gonna go on 2 hours like I usually do, cause I
Okay.
don't. Your StreamYard, you sent me no more notice saying you went over your time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, dang it.
If you go so much time, they want you to start paying for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta watch that, I guess.
Um, so you have a nice Thanksgiving.
Hey, you have a happy Thanksgiving too, buddy. I'm
All
gonna have
right.
fun cooking at my mom's house. This is my first Thanksgiving without my daughter, though,
Uh,
in like 22 years. This is gonna be different for me, you know.
um, if this is too personal, what your daughter's mom is y'all?
Oh, we've been split since Nicole is 1,
Okay.
so she doesn't even remember that. So
Is her
you
mom in
know,
her life and your daughter's life?
um, well, when it comes down to it, I get along with her mom just fine. You know,
Okay.
we're actually still friends. She remarried. He's a good dude. I like him. He's cool. My daughter played softball, so we actually spent a lot of time together in the stands for I don't know how many years. I lost
Okay,
track.
that's good.
But
That's
yeah,
good. Amen for that.
yeah.
Well, again, have a nice Thanksgiving.
All right, you too, buddy. You have a good night. Thanks for
All
having
right.
me, Corey. See you
Thank
next time, buddy.
you. I'll probably do it again on Sunday.
All right. Okay, I'll definitely be there.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Bye
Bye.
bye.